Well, how fitting that it should come down to these two. Olive in her familiar black, 5 times the champion. Mabel, the rising star, winner last year. You can see how excited they are.
It was about the same time that the Masters got called off, the end of the Six Nations Rugby, the London Marathon, everything went, and then the Open Championship and the Olympics, and so my diary completely emptied. So it was kind of, the joke was, what's a sports commentator supposed to do?
Olive more steady, wasting little energy. Very much of the old Labrador school. Eating's a serious business. Don't bollocks around wagging your tail.
And that was it. It was the idea of it was just doing a serious Solomon toning sports commentary over something as trivial and silly as dogs having their breakfast, and that's where it all started.
Here, great rivals, but great friends. Oh, and you see the swapping of balls at the end. Join us again tomorrow, live coverage of a snooze on the sofa. So into the final minute and Olive in possession, but this is where Mabel is strong, chasing the game, using that intensity. We saw it in the semi-final, staring at a slightly torn cloth rabbit for over 7.5 minutes.
And then, celebrities with big accounts. I mean, Ryan Reynolds, tweeted it out, and when they're responding and messaging you as well, you think, oh, hang on a second, this is a bit silly, but it's also strangely, when you get all the messages coming in, never mind from the celebrities, when you get all the messages coming in from people and they're just going dum, 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 down your timeline, and you think, it's gratifying. It shouldn't be, maybe, because it's not that important, but it's nice to see that people are enjoying it.
Still believing. And you wonder what Olive is doing here. Only has to hold on. Going to the upright, though. High tariff with no opposable thumbs. High risk at this stage. And it's gone, and Mabel takes it.
So Olive is now 7.5, 7 3/4 maybe, and Mabel almost exactly 4 years younger. So and they are vaguely related in the strange incestuous dog world. They're from the same breeder, and there is a connection. They're technically half aunt and half niece, but they are inseparable. I think Mabel might think that Olive's her mother, but they're just they're just very, very close.
Because Mabel is piling on the pressure here, doing nothing at all, and that's the beauty of it. Come on, out you get. There we are, no recognition, no recall whatsoever. A stare that says, I'm doing what I want, and I have zero respect for you. I think there might be a move by Olive, a response to this effort by the youngster. Yes, there it is, joining a rival again. Absolutely no purpose to it, not fetching anything, just wandering round. Synchronised spin, a nice touch. Now both of them wondering how to finish this off. Well, no point in shaking yet, you're still in the water. So there's the hop, beautifully done. And there we are, shaking all over my jeans. Even Olive enjoyed that one. She knows that she can still take it by shaking over the furniture back at home. The tail wag of apology doesn't even mean it.
I always wanted to be involved in comedy writing in some way, but then you get sidetracked by a job which you love doing, but you get sort of pigeonholed. You're a sports broadcaster now, that's what you do sport.
Ivo Karlovic, because he's just throwing down these enormous serves all day, so he dealt with that very well. He mixed it up a bit, took the pace off his serve. I think Andy Murray had a clever game plan, executed it well. Yeah, he's dropped that set today. He dropped a set against Andrea Seppi, but I don't think that's too much to worry about.
So there we are, the very best golfers in the world trying the keepy uppy challenge and actually looking for the ordinary. I'm not entirely sure why, because it is, as you can see. And I think sports broadcasters quite often have not a negative image, but they are the jocks. They're the guys. Oh yeah, sport is everything. Whereas I would say that most of the sports broadcasters I know have got far more varied interests than, we're more rounded people than you might imagine. So I wanted to do something that was slightly different, and I know it's just a silly 2-minute video, but you have to sort of come up with the idea. Then it's the creative side of things, and then the editing side of things. And what's been quite gratifying is people noticing the little touches within it. Is that neither of you is going to be furloughed, but we have to try and repay that loyalty with some of our own. I know that's supposed to be a strength of yours. So what we're looking for, what management are looking for, are ideas. Sorry, Mabel. This is one of the things that we have to address, the lack of focus at times, because, there's the inappropriate stuff with Kevin the Doberman from accounts as well, but one thing at a time. I mean, there have been so many offers, but so many ridiculous offers as well. I could go through anything, commentating on, lots of advertisements, sports betting companies coming in and commentating on
pizza, on yogurt, on commentating on kittens playing soccer, commentating on video games. And I have had dog food offers as well. That's another one. But I don't know. You want to retain some sort of feeling of control. And when videos go viral, it's very difficult to retain that feeling of being in control. Welcome to Phillip Island, Victoria in Australia. What a setting we have for this great sporting contest, the Little Penguin Sea to Dune race. Nervous moments always as they gather on the beach, the tension mounting, and away they go. There's the defending champion, wearing his familiar navy blue and white, great waddling style. People might ask me to commentate on various things, but penguins are comedic anyways. There's a familiar face, Skip McIntyre, 8 times a champion back in the 90s, a very successful coach now, keeping a keen eye on proceedings. Tourism in Australia is not going to be in a great place for a while, so how do you keep things going? And so they were thinking, how can we sort of advertise and put our product, our penguins, our nature reserve online around the world? And so that was part of it. And yeah, if you can't commentate on penguins, funny beasts that they are, then you're really going to struggle. So yeah, that was good fun.